do you guys perceive yourselves, be it on or off your motorcycle, and is the perception that you have of yourself the same when you're on and off your motorcycle?
So these are just some random motovloggers that I would like to hear what they have to say on this topic. And if you choose to respond, or if you're watching this video and your name is not on the screen right now and you still care to respond, hey, by all means do so.
For me, man, I'll be straight up and honest with you. For me, I think that I tend to be a more introverted person by nature. I'm a more introverted person by nature. We've done all these different personality tests at my job and at various different places where I've worked in the past, and everyone has come back that I'm an introvert. And for a long time, I didn't like that. I was like, oh man, I don't want to be an introvert. I want to be an extrovert, you know. But I've come to accept it. You know, it is who I am, man. I'm more comfortable right here, in this space right here. I go to these different functions for my job. My job sometimes sends me to these different functions, and I have to schmooze, you know, like say it's a reception or a dinner, and I'm sort of forced to interact. Well, not forced, I mean, but you're kind of expected to interact with others, to schmooze, to go out and introduce yourself. Hi, hello there, my name is so-and-so, you know. And for a long time, man, and even still now, I've just felt very out of my comfort zone, you know, just like a fish out of water at those events. And I still feel like that now. But where I've gotten better at is just telling myself, man, just be okay in your own skin, you know. Be okay with being introverted. It's okay. When you go in there, yeah, you don't have to go up to people and talk to them. If you don't want to, don't, man. Just go and read some things on the walls. That's what I do, you know. Or go and grab a drink, or go to the little snack bar and get some hors d'oeuvres. You know, and I've just become more comfortable, I think, in my own skin. I'm still uncomfortable. I still kind of feel the angst when I'm going into one of those events, but I try and go in and just tell myself, you know, it's going to be okay, man. So, but in terms of riding a motorcycle, and maybe not even just riding the motorcycle, but the whole persona of SoopaBee, for me, I mean, really is in a lot of ways transformative. And I say that because for a long time I tried to deny that SoopaBee and me as a person were one and the same, totally exactly the same. You know, I'm the same on and off the bike. You know, when I'm SoopaBee on the bike or on YouTube, you know, I'm no different than I am in real life. And for the sake of argument, my real name is Max. Okay, so let me throw out my real name, Max, and SoopaBee, and contrast the two. And for a long time, I just tried to deny that there was any difference. And I was like, man, Max and SoopaBee are really one and the same. And I do think that by and large, for the most part, they are very, very similar. I mean, what you see on the bike is going to be very similar to what you see in real life. That said, I would be lying. I would be lying if I said that they were exactly the same. SoopaBee is more comfortable being in the limelight. Like I stick out because I'm wearing high vis, you know. I'm using hand gestures. I'm talking to myself, and I'm okay with that as SoopaBee. In real life, as Max, man, it's harder to do those things. You know, it really is harder to do those things. Let me give an example. A couple examples. One, I'm a talker by nature. I'm a talker to myself by nature. Okay, so I walk around my house and I'm talking to myself. I sit in my car and I'm talking to myself. You know, I'm a talker to myself by nature. And if, oh, there's a cop right there, boy. And let me try to give him some love. Sup, biker cop? No love? It's all right. Anyway, when I'm coming up to a red light, let's say I'm driving in my car here. I'm coming up to this red light, and damn, I'm in the wrong lane. That's all right. I'll go around. Anyway, when I am in my car, let's say I'm coming up to a red light here, and I'm talking to myself, and I look over, and I see somebody looking at me. What I tend to do is either stop and just look forward and try not to make eye contact and act like it didn't happen, or there are times that I'll actually pull up my phone so they can literally see it in my hands and see that I'm talking to my phone. I'm not talking to anybody on my phone, but as a way to make it look like I'm talking to somebody and not talking to myself, I'll pull my phone up and be like, yeah, actually I'm talking to somebody. That's not true. I'm not talking to nobody, man. I'm talking to myself like I normally do. Duh, jeez. So, but as SoopaBee, when I'm on the motorcycle, I don't care. I really don't care, Like, I don't mind if people look at me and see me doing hand gestures and this type of thing. And maybe part of it is because I do have a mirrored visor and they can't see me, and I'm a little more hidden, and so maybe there's that factor that I'm hidden a little bit. And so as SoopaBee, I just feel more confident because I'm hiding behind the mask a little bit. But I think in general feel a little more confident. Like I can go into a store as SoopaBee, and when I say as SoopaBee, wearing the gear, wearing my high-vis stuff, got my helmet on, and even talk to myself. Or I don't care if I walk into stores with my helmet on all the time. I don't care. And so SoopaBee is more outgoing, and I didn't really realize that. Another example, man, a few months ago, I actually did a vlog on my bicycle. And I had this great idea that I would do a vlog on a bicycle. I was like, well, hey, I'm going to talk about bicycles. I got to ride my bike to work anyway. Let me just do it on the bicycle. Got all set, got the camera set up, got the mic set up, got everything all cool, got to work even, and I was going to be riding my bicycle home, and I was going to do the vlog. And then I started riding to the bike trail, and I started to freak out. I was like, holy shit, wait a minute, I don't have my visor on. The trail is going to be filled with all these people. They're going to see me talking to myself. They're going to hear me talking to myself. They're going to see and hear me talking to myself. What the hell am I going to do? Hold on a minute. I can't do this. How the hell? I started to freak out. I was like, oh man, maybe this wasn't a good idea after all. And you know what? It was at that point, I remember it. It was at that point that I came to the realization that that SoopaBee was somehow a separate entity, because at that point in time, I had to tell myself, look, dude, you can do this. You're SoopaBee, man. Come on, man, you can do this. You're SoopaBee. I literally told myself that. I was like, dude, you can do this. And I got out and I was like, oh man, I don't know. And I was like talking to myself, I got out there and I started doing it. And as soon as people started looking at me, I was like, you know what? I'm SoopaBee, man. You're going to be all right. And I was okay. And after a while, it was like cool, I really, really liked it. But it was at that point that I realized, you know what? SoopaBee and Max, yeah, we're connected, we're related, but there's something about turning into SoopaBee. And then, when I was on the bicycle, I didn't even have to wear the gear, But there was something about literally thinking about myself as SoopaBee that made me realize, you know what? SoopaBee has more confidence than Max. And really that needs to bleed over more into Max. And it will. But for now, for the time being, they are interrelated, connected, but still independent to some degree. It's kind of crazy, man. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there for Goatfather, for 636 Yusef, and for all my friends and for all my people. So with that, if you are riding, be sure to ride with confidence, head up 100%. Yeah, this is SoopaBee. Man, man, I just really need to talk better. You know, I need to speak better. See what I mean? Talk better. I need to talk much better. Yeah, I need to speak well, and I do not.